Okay, guys. The reason why I'm doing multiple videos in a day, the reason why I'm doing multiple videos in a day is because it's more faster. So yeah. Leon, my angel. Sorry. Just as the array of colors is countless, the number of monokumas is infinite. Which of us are real, you ask? Which are imposters? Well, all I answer is I am monokuma. And I am the endless spectrum between black and white. The class trial is in session, and in court we got one homicidal maniac, 7 normal students, and 2 fresh corpses. More stiff than ever, the ultimate moral compass, Kiyotaka Ishimoto, getting extra fluid. The ultimate fanfic creator, Hifumi Yamada. You know the rules. Find the correct culprit amongst you, or they go free and the rest of you get executed. Now, let's see some courtroom drama, kids. We already know who did it. Oh my, it was Hagakoi. No, 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 no. You killed Yamada and Ishimoto in that robot cosplay. Then you went all across the school and hid the bodies to throw us off. Then you went and hid in the pool locker. I told ya, someone drugged me. Don't lie to us, psycho killer. Man, that's harsh coming from you. I don't think your explanation works, Azaina. Eh? He couldn't have been running around the school, not in that suit. If he was the culprit, it wouldn't make sense for Hagakoi to have been found in that outfit. And then there was the dolly with blood on its wheels. I'm positive this was used to move Ishimoto's body. But that suit doesn't bend at the waist. It had been impossible for Hagakoi to push the dolly. In short, someone placed Hagakoi in the incriminating costume and then into the poolside locker. Genius. Nice detective work, Nyaig's man. But Celeste has full evidence. I and Yamada profess he was assaulted by verbal justice. Hagakoi is the only conceivable culprit as long as these simple facts remain. Something tells me we won't get anywhere if we continue to focus only on who did it. Let us come around to it by asking how first rather than who. Take out Yamada's spy vanish. Celeste and Azaina allegedly stepped out of the room for a minute to find him gone when they returned. Do you think that's enough time to move such a hefty man from the first floor clear up to the third? That's straight up impossible. What if I said there was a way for the impossible to be possible? But how? simply have the body move itself. Yamada's body was moved by his ghost. Yamada rose again as a zombie. Hardly indeed the possibility suggests that Yamada moved because he was at that point still far from dead. So when we found Yamada sprawled out in the nurse's office, yes, he was playing on an act, playing possum, I believe commoners call it. I think you're right. Yamada's glasses were covered in blood when we found him in the nurse's office, but they were spotless when we found him the final time in the supply room. I saw his handkerchief in the trash stained with blood. He would have needed to clean his glasses to walk around. But he had lost so much blood, not his transfusion bags from the refrigerator in the nurse's office in the trash as well. I'm afraid this is quite impossible lest you forget we set off the body discovery announcement. It reset precisely because Yamada had taken his last breath. Yes, but Ishimaru was found at almost the exact same time. What makes you so certain that announcement was intended for Yamada? The two bodies should have triggered two announcements. Why did it only go off once at that time? You're saying we just assumed it was for Yamada because we happened to be with him when we heard it. That would explain how first Yamada's body moved and then Ishimaru's. Do you see what I'm getting at, Naegi? Only Ishimaru was actually dead at that point. Yamada got up after Celestia and Azarina left and moved Ishimaru. He went up to the third floor and took Ishimaru's body out of the physics room while we were all preoccupied in the nurse's office and moved Ishimaru's body into the art supplies room. And so two dead bodies seemed to have disappeared, but only one had moved by an assumed corpse. Yamada was one of the perpetrators in this case, not just an innocent victim. Hold on, going by the order of hammers, wasn't Yamada killed before Ishimaru? So how could he move Ishimaru anywhere? Those hammers were numbered one after the other, so deliberately dramatic like the bursting of a serial killer. But they were props to stage an order of events for us. In reality, Yamada was killed after Ishimaru. Nevertheless, I cannot fathom why the late Yamada would commit such treachery. I don't buy it. Why don't I present another piece of evidence if you find it hard to swallow? Yamada tried to hide this note by stuffing it down his pants. It reads, I found a potential secret passage. Me in the physics room. Be careful, Monokuma doesn't see you. You got into them? Twas in his fence. You got into them? Yes, it was. Hey, that's just like the invite I got. Right, the culprit knocked you out to pin the crimes on you before killing Ishimaru. This note also speaks to the culprit's modus operandi. Once he noticed it in Ishimaru's fist, Yamada snatched the note and tried to hide it. Stuck it where the sun doesn't shine, huh? making Yamada the kill. That Doi, yeah, I'm not gonna say that. It's still alive and kicking. No. Yamada had been mortally wounded for real when he found him in the supplies room. I'm sure he received that blow immediately after moving Ishimo's body. The murder weapon was a freshly washed hammer hanging on the wall. I think the culprit was trying to clean off Yamada's body. By the rules of the game, we didn't truly find Yamada's body in the nurse's office, only later in the supplies room. That triggered a body discovery announcement. An announcement meant specifically for Yamada. He was killed by the very puppet master pulling his strings from above the stage. The true culprit of these crimes, the brains behind the whole scheme. So who the heck was it? Aren't we fresh out of clues? I believe Yamada's last words were, "It was Yasuhiro. It wasn't me." Unlike in the past, this was pointed out in meticulous detail. But even so, I'm sure the culprit must have slipped up somewhere. That was a slip of the tongue. A slip that only the culprit could have made. The puppet master of these crimes was Celeste. Goodness. But do you remember what you said when Yamada's body vanished from the nurse's office? It felt unnatural. You got ahead of yourself. It was you, wasn't it? I don't appreciate your humor. What do you mean? See, we hadn't told you yet, Celeste. It was only right after you said that we mentioned that we had found Ishimo's body. So how do you know there were multiple murders, not just one? If you look at the whole picture from the flow of the case to the cross-examination leading up to this point, the list of potential culprits whirls down to you, Celeste. No one saw the suspicious character aside from you and Yamada. Do you two make that up beforehand? Allow Yamada and yourself to steer us through the case without arousing suspicion. But the dots connected once I considered the possibility the two of you were collaborating. The handful of coincidences reveal a calculated design. Wait, they pulled a fast one on us? My, how fanciful. If you persist in this delusion, will you care to explain the photo? You cannot deny the suspicious character made off with Yamada. The photo doesn't depict a robot hauling away Yamada. It depicts Yamada hauling away the robot. That simply isn't possible. And I heard enough of your vomit of the mouth. Yeah, I used that word instead of the other. Yeah, I can see you're trying to pin the rap on me, but you got the wrong person. Celeste, it has to be you. Nothing else makes sense. You heard him yourself. Yamada gave the killer's name with his dying breath. Yasuhiro. He meant Yasuhiro flippin' Hagakure. No, even so, there is only one plausible suspect. Whatever name you're using, it was you. Are you trying to suggest I've got a fugly name like Yasuhiro? I'll tear your head off for that, you scum. My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. End of story. Full stop. I swear by God, that's the truth. Prove it. Don't our e-handbooks display our real names when they blew up? Show us yours and prove it. You've lost, Celeste. I've lost. How long has it been since I, the ultimate gambler, heard that last? They are heavy words, aren't they? Does that mean you're willing to come clean, Miss Ludenberg? Tee goodness. Miss Ludenberg, you sound like a teacher. Simply call me Celestia Ludenberg. Well, no. Actually, you may refer to me as Teiko Yasuhiro. Yasuhiro? Can I just say Tay? Look, Twit, this is hard enough for me without having to endure stupid nicknames. You're finally willing to fold? It would be unseemly if I didn't when they called the game. Monokuma, without further ado, may we begin? Or rather, should I say, may we bring this to an end? Oop, oop, oop. Now that's a swell idea. And so, hit them switches, B-boards. Round and round it goes. Where it stops. Jackpot again. Celestia Ludenberg, aka Teiko Yasuhiro, was the true culprit pulling all of the strings. Honestly, if only that swine Yamada had passed on in silence. Oh well. This is what I get for taking on an accomplice. You're also the one who took it from the changing room, aren't you? Yes, I am. I took the liberty of using it to play Yamada for a fool. Who could it be at this hour? Oh, Yamada, Miss Celestia Ludenberg. Here, have a cup of royal milk tea. Could you tell me what happened? Well, to be honest, I happened to see Ishimaru steal alter ego. What? The fiend! How dare he lay his filthy hands upon her! I tried to stop him, but he flew into a mad rage. And well, this is hard to say. He even took pictures and threatened to show everyone. Wait, sorry, but he assaulted me. He even took pictures and threatened to show everyone if I told. How dare that lowlife overpower a lady on top of stealing my girl? And so, to quote the criminally underrated film version of Dune, I will kill him. And to quote me, I will save my girlfriend. Then why don't we join forces? You're awful. I can't believe you took advantage of Yamada's feelings. Isn't love known to rob people of their senses? Do you wish to lead that badly? Yeah, didn't you tell us we should adapt to the situation? Can't you recognize that when it's spoken to you? I'll have you know every passing moment has been pure torture. Out of all the souls in torment here, there's none more desperate to escape this pool of boiling excrement than me. For you, see, I have a dream. It is not without purpose that I have risked all in high stakes games at clubs and casinos, even at tables among the criminal underworld. Oh, how I've longed to live in a European castle, staffed by hot butler bodyguards recruited from around the world, waiting upon me in vampire garb. This is truly absurd. How can you be so calm? You're about to get killed, you know. It won't be a word composed of aesthetic decadence. I wish for nothing more than to spend the rest of my days in such grandeur. With the 10 billion yen from Monokuma on top of my own earnings, that dream could have become a reality. I was so close. A pity it will end as an empty dream. When it comes to lies, I'm proud to say I'm a rather high-class liar. Not only can I deceive others, but also my own heart. Therefore I say now, I am not afraid. Feel free to execute me 1,000 times. Should my soul transmigrate the years, I shall become Marie Antoinette. So I guess that'll be execution number 2. Maybe it's just me, but Celeste's laughter reinforced in my ears. Celeste claimed that she could play tricks on her emotions, but in truth, perhaps that was just her final lie. You ready? You don't mind if we get started? I'm going back to that song. Wait. Wait a minute. Okay. I prepare a special punishment, this time for the ultimate gambler Celestia Ludenberg. Well, take care everyone. May we meet again in our next lives. Versailles style witch hunt steak. Yeah, I'm not pronouncing the French name. Or Italian name. Or whatever language it's in. Celeste, Yamada, Ishimaru. I don't feel sorry for Celeste after she murdered our fellow classmates. But still, it doesn't change the fact that she was one of us. How long must we endure this living nightmare? The gym. Oh, there! Ogre, ogre, ogre. More ogres. A bunch of bears. Bear, bear, oh. What is going on in here? Is this really wise? I mean, in more ways than one? Hey, what's this all about? This wasn't part of the deal. My mind is set. I shan't retreat. I shan't grumble. I shan't regret. Instead, I shall fight you. Oh yeah, but you do realize what'll happen if you oppose me, don't you? You haven't forgotten, have you, about the hostages? Hostages? Surviving student 7. Okay. This next chapter will probably be depressing. The moon. Decades ago, a dozen astronauts used a computer no more powerful than a pocket calculator to land here. They had guts in them days. Little did they realize going home that one day back on Earth will use devices millions of times more powerful just to go online and claim it never happened. Kinda makes you want to give up on your dreams, don't it? Despair, punks. It's all about despair. Nah, I'm not giving up on my dream. I'm gonna become what I want to become, an animator. Even though I can't draw. There's only 5 of us at our meetings now. That's like a third of when we first started, man. Ogami. Could Ogami be the mastermind's mole? Hey, what's this? I'm not gonna start reading that again. No, she never. Chin up. Getting all down in the dumps won't get us nowhere. Here, I know, just a cow mutilation story to perk you up. So there I was one night, about to chow down on a 100% beef burger, or so I thought. Suddenly, this UFO appears. It's got my burger in a tractor beam. Right now, here comes the real part. It takes some of the burger, drops the rest, and then flies away. The scientific mystery was solved when I went back to the burger joint, and the manager admitted they used 70% pork filler. Don't you see? It was dissected in midair. They only abducted my beef. Unlike you, I have something relevant to share. Now let's go to the dressing room, guys. Everyone, I'm so glad to see you here. Alter ego. Celeste simply moved him to another locker. He was right here all the time then. I finally managed to finish cracking the files. Sweet. What did you learn? Well, the biggest, most awful, most hopeless event in human history happened a year ago. It appears that after the event, Hope's Peak Academy undertook a certain project. The plan was to make high school students carry out communal lives while isolated in Hope's Peak Academy. Depending on the situation, there was even a possibility that the students kept in isolation would never get to leave. From the evidence, this plan originated solely from within Hope's Peak Academy. But that sounds all too familiar. Hold up, you're saying it wasn't some bunch of criminals or freaks who took over the school? Hope's Peak Academy itself locked us up? The headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy himself led the project. He was a man in his late 30s. It's probable that he is still somewhere in the school. That jerk face is the mastermind. The headmaster's controlling Monokuma. I will find him. I swear I'll track him down. I will. Kirigiri? The windows and exits were sealed shut up here too. It seemed we were no closer to breaking out. What's this? This room's full of flowers. Did Monokuma put them here? Good for daisies. Traditionally, they symbolize hope. Kirigiri, I didn't know you were into flowers. I like them. Kirigiri, you weren't acting like your usual self when we heard about the headmaster back then. Did it jog a memory? It's hard to say. I'm not entirely sure myself. What I felt wasn't anger or hate. It was something else. The headmaster and the mastermind. Haven't you uncovered something about the mastermind, Naegi? What else could it be? I can tell you're keeping a secret from me. What I haven't told her is Ogami might be a mole for the mastermind. But is it wise to put that suspicion out there when I don't know how to interpret what I saw? Do you think I wouldn't notice we're classmates? You should trust me. and share what you want. Isn't that what you told me? I can't. I'm sorry. It's still too soon to say anything. That's your final answer, but doesn't that seem rather unfair? You're happy to listen to others, but clam up when it's your turn to talk. I really am sorry. And so, you're already going back on what you said. I'll tell you when I can. Forget. Goodbye. Kiri, school announcement. Emergency assembly in the gym. Move your butt, kids, now. What's up, Bear? What are you gonna do to us now? No. Wait, sorry. No. You'll misunderstand. I'm here with a special opportunity. An opportunity for some payback. Payback? I have a sad announcement to make, young people. For you see, there is a mole standing among you, and I ain't talking about the furry critter. And the mole just happens to be... Oop. That's all for my little announcement. You're free to kill her if you want, although she doesn't strike me as the type to go down easy. Humph. A mole. It's just as I suspected, although I am surprised it's Ogami. Sakura Ogami. He's lying. There's no way Sakura is the mole. Right, Sakura? I'm sorry. No way. I know whatever happened, Sakura. The mastermind must have forced you to do it. Asahina is right. I heard as much myself. I saw Ogami fighting Monokuma, and then that bear mentioned hostages. You saw that? I don't buy it. So what were your orders from the mastermind? Should we spend our school days devoid of murder? I creating a deadlock without complacency. 'Tis then my job to take a life. Eek! You're gonna kill us? Makes sense. I assume your orders still hold. No, Asahina. Sakura, you need not feud over me. The responsibility is mine alone. Asahina, forgive me. Many a time I ventured to confide in you. Alas, I spoke not for fear overcame my resolve. I fear that you would come to despise me. I shall contend with the rest henceforth. Sakura, wanna bet those sides she's on? Huh? I'd be willing to trust the ogre again if she took out the mastermind. I hope they kill each other in the fight. Wouldn't that be the most efficient way of eliminating both threats at once? How dare you! He got B-word slapped. Heartless brute. You are the one who ought to die. How amusing. Well now, care to give it a try? Kill me then if you can. It's quite within the school rules. I'm going to my room. In the end, that was merely a hissy fit. Pathetic. Ugly soul striking you. She should suffer a bazillion deaths for that. Togami, you take human emotions rather lightly. Here's a warning. If you keep that up, eventually you will slip up. Humph. Thanks, but you can keep your warnings. This is taking a turn for the worse. And just the next day, Iga! What is it? Genocide Jill and Asahina. Asahina, Hina, Gwahaha. Hey, but ugly bozos, you better get this donut huffing dolphin out of my sight on the double, unless you want me to save her time on cloud 9 and cut till she's wet and shines. Thank goodness it's just a scratch. Yeah, what went on with you and Fukawa? She was bad-mouthing Sakura. I tried to ignore her, but she kept saying such horrible things, and before I knew it, I was set on punching her a good 10 times. That isn't a spur-of-the-moment decision, and that's when Genocide Jill came out. What else could I have done? She was talking dirt about my good friend. Why doesn't anyone try to understand Sakura? Azarina! What transpired? Sakura! Who hurt you? Eep! It wasn't me. Genocide Jill did it. Sakura, it's okay. I'm not hurt bad or anything. How dare she harm you rather than me? 'Tis unforgivable. Unforgivable. Hail Mary. Sakura, calm down. Ogami. You need not stop me. I shan't do anything drastic. I am simply going to draw the line. Sakura, wait. Everyone is drifting apart. Were the bonds forged over so many lost lives really that frail? Ego. To be honest. Oh, so you got into a fight. Naegi, I like to ask for a favor. I hope this room will be okay, but are you sure about hacking into the network? What if the mastermind finds out? I want to put my best effort. Sorry. I'm scared, but I think I've got to do this. I want to put my best efforts forth precisely. Because everyone is pulling apart. Just thinking of you guys fills me with courage. Wait. You might think it sounds strange coming from an AI, but it's true. If this is for all of you, then I'm not afraid. I want to work hard with you guys so everyone can leave this place. You can count on me. I promise I'll find some clues. So try to cheer up, Naegi. Alter Ego. I promise we'll get out. You, me, and all our friends. Eh? You see me as a friend? Thank you, Naegi. Naegi. Kiri, what happened? Sakura's inside. What? The door won't open. What's going on, Ogami? Open the door! Something's blocking the door from the inside. I'll get it. Wow! Makoto must be that strong to break a window. Here. Ogami! Well, land sakes, and I declare, I do believe a body has been found. Now you chill and investigate. Then how about we shuffle on down to the courtroom for a little fair and impartial trial. Sakura is dead? Azarina, I'm fine. I can take it. I need to get the others. Why did this happen? We didn't even get emoted this time. We didn't. I believe the mastermind revealed Ogami's role as incentive in itself. Suspicion led to friction, conflicts grew into hatred, and now we have another murder on our hands. As I recall, you knew about Ogami already. That's what you were hiding from me, wasn't it? I didn't want to get everyone worked up when I didn't know the facts. Are you still mad? It was rather audacious of you to take that into consideration. What? Oh well, I'll forget this ever happened. Kirigiri, besides, I overreacted a bit myself. Huh? Anyway, it's done and over with. Let's forget about the whole affair. It's imperative that we find out who murdered Ogami while we were fighting each other, just like the mastermind once Ogami, who was tougher than any of us, chose to walk away in peace. We have to solve this case, not just for the survivors, for Ogami. We must commence the investigation. Whoa, the ogre. Yep, big, buff, cold, and still. Sakura Ogami was eliminated. Don't play dumb. I know what happened. Sakura said she wanted to talk with the three of you in this very room. Togami, Hagakure, Fukawa, one of you is the culprit. It wasn't me. If you're so innocent, why are you running? I'll admit there was a thick-fingered note under my door that said come to the rec room, but who would be so foolish as to enter a beast's cave? That monster might have been lying in wait for me, and I don't see why you're so upset. Is it good luck that Ogami was the next victim, as she was a mole for the mastermind all along? Sorry, I don't have time to argue with you. I have a crime to investigate. The Monokuma fall. Victim. Sakura Ogami. Injuries. External. Welts on head. Indicative of severe cranial trauma. Injuries. Internal indications. Victim regurgitated large quantities of blood. I see. She wasn't hit on the head just once. There are 2 welts. In other words, she was hit twice. Those bottles. It was a set of 6, but there are only 4 now. Notice the broken glass on the ground? One could assume the other 2 were used to strike Ogami. Then, wait, do you believe that would have been enough to take out Ogami? Look, she coughed up a lot of blood. No, she died from something internally. It's possible she was poisoned, but if that's the case, how? There's a yellow powder on Ogami's instep. It's only on the top of her feet. It must have gotten on her somewhere. Hey, Naegi. So much of Sakura's blood is over here. But it's so far from her body. What could have happened? There must be something else in here. There's a protein drink by the door. It looks empty. I bet she drank it to get better. She's told me that protein can cure anything. You guys really think it's that omnipotent? The chem lab? Ah, Naegi, I see you've set your eyes on the chem lab as well. However, a clue is worthless if you can't interpret it. Whatever you do, stay out of my way. There's powder scattered across the floor, Togami. Did you do this? No, I did not. Nor was it like this when I was here earlier this morning. Someone must have spilled it around the time of the murder. Yellow powder. The lab cabinets, they're split into 3 sections. Ogami must have gotten the protein from the supplement section. Oh wait, there's a bottle of poison in there with the supplements. Talk about dangerous. Move, Naegi. Togami. So that's it. Say, Naegi, are those your footprints? Huh? My feet aren't that small. Based on those footprints, the person was only interested in the supplements cabinet before leaving. Have you considered the possibility of boring someone to death? Cause your tedious investigations achieving an amazing death-like torpor in despair. And it ain't even hibernation season. Mind if we start the trial now, punks? Like muy pronto. The Spanish Inquisition would have known what to do with you. Estudiantes de la Desesperación. Please tell me on how I did with pronouncing the Spanish words, please. Let's go. Yeah. Feel chilled to the bone with fear, awakening from the inside. It feels like each step only takes us further from our goal. No matter how many times we go through this, how can we ever get used to it? Death awaits, either for one of us or for all of us. The fourth class trial is about to begin. Currently, I'm sitting on a chair, but the chair is under me because I sat on it. Consider that my helpful hint for this case. No duh. Do you see what I was getting at? There are two key points in this case, but really the truth should become clear once you get a grasp on the chain of events. Alright, geez. Shoes and protein ball. Oop, boop, boop. And now for something completely different. Bye, guys.